Well, good evening, Kalina parents. I'm Shane Frank, principal at Kalina. Before we get started, if you do need Spanish translation or language support, please go ahead and click the appropriate link in the YouTube chat, and that'll provide you an opportunity to receive the same information live tonight here from 1500 Hillcrest Drive in Thousand Oaks, California, Kalina Middle School's principal's office. And welcome once again. Good evening. I'm Shane Frank, principal here at Kalina Middle School. I want to thank you for your time taking out tonight. It's a busy schedule on a 4-day weekend, but really want to spend some time with you this evening regarding next year. And before we jump into that information, I'd like to introduce you to your Kalina administrative team and counseling team that is here with us tonight. I'd like to introduce Mr. Michael Nimchek, assistant principal. Ms. Heather Lane, our dean of students. Ms. Chop, our counselor for 7th and 8th grade. She's monitoring the live chat and the YouTube live. And Ms. Melissa Dahl, our counselor for 6th and 7th grade. You know, when we're getting ready for next year, please know that we're focused on building academic and social confidence with our kids. Really want to make sure that you know we have an intent focus on creating a safe environment that's not only enriching and empowering, challenging, but also supports our kids while providing a wide variety of co-curricular opportunities. You're going to hear about all those tonight: music, arts, leadership, and our athletics, everything that we're involved in. And we're committed to making sure that every student succeeds by modeling our school motto of work hard, make friends, have fun, and be your best, which in the end is really all about balance. So I want to thank you again for your time this evening. I look forward to meeting you in person at some point in the near future. I'll turn it over now to Ms. Heather Lane, our dean of students, to get us started in our presentation. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Mr. Frank. I'm going to go ahead and pull up our presentation for today. Here we are, and let's go ahead and begin with our 6th grade counselor, Miss Dahl.
Thank you, Miss Lane. I'm Miss Dahl. I have the students in 6th grade and all students in 7th grade with last names A through K. Miss Chop is our other school counselor, and she has all students in 7th grade with last names L through Z, and all students in 8th grade. So by the time students have gone through Kalina, they will have gotten to know both of us and can come and see us if they have questions or need help with anything. As school counselors, we support all students academically in their college and career. We talk about their future, and then social emotionally. If they're having a rough day or trouble with friends or just need some extra support, that's what we're here for too. So tonight I will talk about our class schedule, classes that we offer, the different class levels, math pathways, honors, electives, and hopefully answer any questions that you might have. Feel free though to type questions into the chat as our administrative team and Mrs. Shop is monitoring, and we'll answer along the way. So for 6th grade, all students take English, math, social science or science. And if you want to hop back one slide, Mrs. Lane. Okay, perfect. So English, social science, math 6, college prep or accelerated, science 6, core, which I'll talk about a little bit more in a minute, PE, and an elective class. Students will have 2 main academic teachers. So coming from elementary school, they're used to having 1 main academic teacher typically. And we like to have a nice transition year into 6th grade, into middle school, where they then have 2 main academic teachers, one for English and social science, and the other for math and science. And those are right across the hallway in our 6th grade corridor. So if you got to watch the video today or you've been on our campus before, most all of our 6th grade classes are in the 6th grade corridor. There's lunch tables there, there are lockers, there are restrooms. It's kind of like a school within a school environment, which is a nice transition into middle school. Core, I mentioned, this is an opportunity that all students have in 6th through 8th grade, right after lunch, to spend about 22 minutes in one of their teachers' classrooms, and they can get started on homework. They can ask teachers for help if needed. They can participate in enrichment activities. So this is a really nice opportunity for them to have some extra intervention and or enrichment. For PE here at Kalina, we do have PE classes by grade level. So students will be in either 6th grade only PE, then 7th grade only PE, and then on to 8th grade only PE. So when they are, out on the PE field or they're in the locker room getting ready, things like that, they're only with other grade level peers. And then I'll talk a little bit more about our honors pathways and what opportunities there are for students in the different subject areas. And then the math options and our elective class options as well. Okay, so to start with schedule options, there are 2 main schedules at Kalina. And like Mr. Frank may have mentioned in the intro, we're planning for a typical school year next year. So we'll present as such. Of course, if there are any changes that need to be made, we will communicate those out accordingly. But hopefully we'll be back to typical schedule, and you'll have 2 main options to choose from. So there's a periods 8 through 5 schedule from 7:55 a.m. to 2:19 p.m. And then the traditional schedule, periods 1 through 6, from 9 a.m. to 3:10. Families can indicate on the course preference form, which we'll go over here in a minute, or which schedule you would prefer. The A period start time is based on availability. All 6th grade academic classes are taught before lunch during periods 1 through 4. So students starting A period will have their elective class as their first class of the day, and their PE class as their last class of the day. Students starting first period will have their elective and PE classes as their last class of the day. So sometimes they get asked the question, they're hoping to be maybe with a friend and they don't want their classes all mixed up. If I choose A through 5 and their friend chooses 1 through 6, do they have any chance of getting classes together? And the answer is definitely yes. As I mentioned, all academic classes are taught periods 1 through 4, no matter if you start A period or you start first period. Elective class options available during A period are intermediate band and the career wheel. And elective class options available for 5th or 6th periods for periods 1 through 6 schedule are the career wheel, beginning band, intermediate band, beginning, intermediate, advanced strings, and beginning or intermediate and advanced chorus. And you don't have to remember all of this from the presentation. This is all written on the course preference forms for you to be able to reference back. If students will be riding the bus to and from school, only the periods 1 through 6 schedule is available. Some students in 6th grade do have a periods A through 6 7:55 a.m. to 3:10 p.m. schedule. So you will see that as an option on the course preference form. If they are taking, this is an option for students who are taking intermediate band and may want to add another music class to their schedule. So they could take intermediate band A period, and if they're interested in adding the strings, chorus, or maybe beginning band to learn another instrument, then they can do that as long as there's space availability. They can't take the career wheel plus another elective. And then lastly on this slide, Tuesdays are common planning days. So this schedule pertains to Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. For Tuesday common planning time days, when our teachers have the opportunity to plan and prepare together, school starts for everyone at 10 a.m. And there's no A period class on Tuesdays. Students will leave school at their typical times, either at 2:19 or 3:10 p.m. And the full bell schedule to reference back is, of course, on our website. Okay, on to honors pathways. So all 6th grade classes are offered at the college prep level, except for math. Math is offered at the accelerated level as well. Starting in 7th grade, Students can also have the opportunity, in addition to advanced or accelerated math, they can also have the opportunity to take English 7 honors and social science 7 honors. They can take either or both. So the way they're automatically placed in those classes is if they earn an A- or above all 3 trimesters in English 6 or social science 6, they'll automatically be placed in the honors level. Students who might not be quite there with their grades, but they're really interested in trying an honors level class in those subject areas, will have the opportunity to complete a petition in the spring of their 6th grade year. For science, honors level becomes available starting in 8th grade. So for math placement for 6th grade, as I mentioned, we have Math 6 College Prep or Math 6 Accelerated. For students who do earn all A's and B's, or I know some schools have 3s and 4s as an equivalent, they will have the opportunity grades-wise to be in accelerated math as long as they also earn an 83% or above on the end of course exam. So for all CVUSD schools, 5th grade classes and mates, students will automatically take in their classes towards the end of the school year an end of course exam for math. It will be administered by their 5th grade teacher. And as I mentioned, we will get those scores and we'll get their grades. And if they have A's and B's plus an 83% or above on the math end of course exam, we will automatically place them in Math 6 Accelerated. For students who are interested in Math 6 Accelerated, but you might not currently be at a CVUSD school or mates, we will just need to get a copy of your child's transcript, and we will have the opportunity for your child to take the 5th grade end of course exam at Kalina in early June. So we will have a link to that information to sign up for that exam on our website in April. Math 6 Accelerated, just to give you an idea of sort of the pacing, it covers all of the 6th grade math curriculum plus half of the 7th grade math curriculum. Students who do not automatically qualify for Math 6 Accelerated may also submit a petition for review by the math department in August. And students will also have the opportunity to take a challenge exam to challenge out of Math 6 Accelerated if they're very advanced in math, and actually start in Math 7 Accelerated. That opportunity will also be posted on our website, likely in April as well, once the district has put those dates out for that challenge exam. And just to further expand on the pacing, for Math 6 Accelerated, approximately a new lesson is taught each day. In Math 6 CP, a new lesson is taught approximately every other day, with about a review day in between. For the pathways, if a student starts in Math 6 CP, then they'll move on to Math 7 CP, Math 8 CP in 8th grade, and then in 9th grade, they will start in either Algebra 1 CP or honors, depending on their grades from middle school. And if they start in Math 6 Accelerated in 6th grade, they'll go on to Math 7 Accelerated, Algebra 1 CP or honors in 8th grade, and then they'll start at the Geometry CP or honors level in 9th grade. There are opportunities for students to boost up each summer between each grade level. So even if a student starts in the Math 6 CP pathway, but they're doing really well, earning A's all 3 trimesters, they will be offered typically be offered the opportunity to take a boost camp in the summer. It's usually the first 3 weeks of summer, and then they take an assessment at the end. And if they earn a passing score, then they'll boost up into Math 7 Accelerated the following year. These opportunities are typically available between 7th and 8th grade as well. And then there is also usually a get-ahead summer opportunity going into high school. So lots of different math pathways. You can jump on an accelerated pathway at any point, even if you don't start there. And then it ultimately ends up in high school, where after geometry, students take Algebra 2. That's the minimum A through G requirement for entry into a 4-year college right out of high school. And then If they want to continue after that into math analysis and then on to calculus or statistics, they would have that opportunity. Okay, elective classes. So we have so many great electives here at Kalina. If you got the opportunity to watch our video, you saw some of them in action and heard a little bit more about them. For 6th grade, we do offer the career wheel. Mr. Frank usually talks about how middle school is such a great opportunity to just try different interests or experiences. If you hear an announcement about a club or activity, or we come to the classroom and talk about elective classes and you have an interest in that, pursue it, check it out. It may become a passion one day. So this is really your students' time to explore and have different experiences when it comes to academics and elective classes, so they can really start to narrow that pathway and focus going into high school and then on to post-secondary. So the career wheel rotates throughout the year through multiple elective options. It can include classes like art, computers, creative writing, economics, debate, just a variety of options and a great opportunity for our 6th graders. There's also our music classes. So as mentioned, we do have chorus at the beginning and the intermediate advanced level, band at the beginning or intermediate level, and then strings at beginning, intermediate, advanced as well. So students don't have to have any prior experience to be able to join our music programs. In 7th and 8th grade, they have all these same elective options, plus we have a tech academy here at Kalina that then feeds on into Westlake High School. And within that tech academy, we have Mr. Norwal teaching computer animation and game design, and our principles of computer science class. And we also have a robotics component to that as well that students typically participate in at lunch and robotics competitions. We also have an award-winning debate and public speaking class that students have the opportunity to join. Students do not have to participate in the competitions to be a part of debate if it's more exploratory for them and they just want to get an idea, an intro into it, but certainly they can also participate in the competitions as well. For 7th and 8th grade, we also have ASB leadership and ASB yearbook. So these are our students, leaders on campus who are planning events and activities, designing our yearbook. And then we have drama, special friends, where students help in our LEAP classrooms for our students with special needs. And then we have advanced art, and then we do have Spanish 1 CP, which is a high school level class, and students do receive high school credit for that. Further descriptions of these classes in detail can also be found on our counseling website as well. So for the class preference forms, these are already live and available on the same website where you found this YouTube live channel. Your student hopefully watched the video today on the page. It's our Welcome to Kalina Future 6th grade video. It takes them on a fun tour of the campus, which fortunately we filmed last year. And that's why you'll see a bunch of kiddos in the classrooms and things like that. It really highlights our, typically very exciting Kalina culture and environment here on campus. It also walks you through some more information that I've shared tonight, but also the preference form for your students. So if your child did not get a chance to watch it today in class, please feel free to go back to the website at any point and you can watch the video there as well. And then just to walk you through a few sides of the course preference form, these are due by February 18th, so a week from today. We ask that you put your email address in the top because this will give you the opportunity to have your responses emailed back to you once you click submit. And if you are still in the process of enrollment or school choice, the requests are not based on a first come, first serve basis. So as soon as you do enroll, at least prior to the end of the school year or the start of next year, then don't worry about not having priority for classes if you are still completing that enrollment or school choice process. Within that process, you'll then just go on our Kalina website and you'll see our course preference forms, and you can go ahead and fill it out at that time. And then students and families will work together to put in the student last name, first name, phone number, elementary school the student is currently attending, if you'll have a sibling also attending Kalina next year. And then this is where you'll choose your preferred class schedule. So if you would prefer periods 8 through 5, 1 through 6, or that 8 through 6 option for intermediate band and additional music class. Like I said, you don't have to remember everything that I said earlier in the video. You can always reference it back. This will be recorded and on our channel. However, I did write out everything also on the form so that you can see it there as well. The same is for the next slide with the elective class options, and students who do have an IEP or are in our ELD program will have transition meetings between elementary schools and Kalina for a student with an IEP to ensure that their classes are programmed according to their individual plan. Those transition meetings do happen in the spring. Between our special education facilitator and the elementary schools and case managers there. And then for the English Learner Development ELD program, students will be programmed in the support classes based on their English learner level. The elective classes are listed here, and your student will select their first, second, and third choice electives. If they are participating in a higher level music class, such as chorus, band, or strings, teacher permission is required, and I've listed the email address for that teacher there. So your child can go ahead and select that if they're interested, and then email the teacher, and the teacher will let them know what the audition process looks like, or if there's any materials that they might need for that. But they can go ahead and list it, and we'll do our very best to give students their first choice elective option. More electives. And then I've listed my email address on there. If you have any questions about classes, completing this form, or 6th grade next year, please feel free to send me an email at mdahl@coneousd.org, and we'll be sure to get those answered. And then this part here is like signature. You're acknowledging that you and your child have reviewed these classes and that you approve of your child's class selections for the 2021-22 school year. And then after you check that box, you can go ahead and click submit. And like I mentioned, your form responses will be emailed directly to you to have a copy, and then they will be emailed and provided to me as well. So once you click submit, then I will receive those. Okay, and then at this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to Mrs. Lane to talk a little bit more about our activities, athletics, and events on campus.
Thank you so much, Ms. Dahl. Here at Kalina, some of our favorite things is to have fun. If you look at our live chat, which is up and running, one of the ways that we want to have fun with our future Cougars is go ahead and put in your information. We're going to do a raffle, and you can earn some of our famous Kalina swag. But in addition to that opportunity, here are some of the opportunities that your child will have to connect and have fun on campus. Some of our activities include our 6th grade socials. What we do during our socials is we go ahead and schedule a specific time for our 6th graders so that they can get acclimated and enjoy these socials, these activities that we have for them without, what is the whole deal? We give them that time and that space with their web leaders and our ASB to kind of get familiar with other students and connect and have a really good time. Throughout the year, we like to host Cody competitions. That is our class of the year. We do various activities, and get students really participating and having fun within their classrooms. And then they compete, earn points, and then the class with the highest points is named Cody Champions. We also have our Renaissance students who earn A, B's, and C's, and as well as E and S's in their citizenships and work habits. They will be able to participate in our Renaissance program. Each trimester, we host a little goodie for our students. They come through, we congratulate them on their hard work and their achievement for that trimester. In addition, we have citizenship points where our students are really showing their best self, and we congratulate them and we really support them on their successful path here at Kalina. As part of our Cody competitions, we also host lunchtime activities where our LTAs students come down into the Cougar Court or up on the PE numbers and just have some fun during their lunchtime. We play some music, we play some games, we have runway shows. So it's a really great time for students to come in, enjoy company with one another, and have a little fun. Our two really big activities that we have in the year is our Fall Carnival, which is our Halloween carnival. Really great time on campus. Students are running around in their costumes, playing games, listening to music, having some food, a really great time for all. And then in the spring, we say, way to go, great year, and we host our spring luau. In addition to all of these activities, we also host athletics. We have basketball, soccer, volleyball. We play, we practice here on campus, and then we go to the teen center for our games. We play against other local middle schools, and students are able to represent, play their sports, and once again, have some fun. In addition to our team sports, we also host lunchtime sports here during our LTAs. So other than our activities, what are some additional resources that we can provide for you, for your child here on campus? Boys and Girls Club is a great connection to our campus. They're housed right next door to us. This is a great resource for families needing extended care before or after school. In addition to that, they're open during lunchtime, and students can go in there, spend their lunchtime, play some games, get started on some work. In their after school program, they have enrichment programs, including homework help. You can go ahead and visit their website to get all the additional information. In our sixth grade classrooms, we are fully stocked with all the technology necessary for them to navigate their sixth grade year and then moving forward through seventh and eighth grade. During core time, students can access not only the technology, but they can check in with their teachers, work on assignments. Our sixth grade team does a phenomenal job of walking students through our Q Student Connect portal, where they can check their grades, look on their assignment completion, in addition to what we now use in Canvas. And teachers really walk them through all of the technology that they need necessary. We also encourage families to get connected on the Parent Connect and utilize our Kalina website for counseling. It is amazing. It has all the information you need to kind of navigate these years. In addition to those excellent resources, let's talk about how do I get my child enrolled here at Kalina. This is really, really important. So these are the 5 steps to getting your child here to Kalina. First, if you are currently zoned for our Kalina area, yay, awesome, you are automatically ready to go here at Kalina. There's no other additional steps you need for enrollment. You just complete the course request form. Now, if you are not zoned for Kalina, but are currently enrolled at a CVUSD elementary, all you need to do is go on to CVUSD's website, go ahead and complete the school application online. And then once those notifications get sent out regarding your school choice, then you will follow through with the enrollment steps coming to for rolling into Kalina. Now, if you are not in a CVUSD school, but you are zoned here for Kalina, you must pre-enroll. The website is written on there at conejousd.org/home/enroll. And that will be starting here in early February. And then that early enrollment, we encourage you to kind of help guarantee those spaces for you and for our classes. It allows us to know and plan properly so we can make sure all those amazing classes are ready for you. If you are not in a CVUSD school and not zoned for Kalina, you will need to complete a school choice application online, and then you will follow the enrollment steps that will be included within that school choice notification. So once you get word that you got picked, then you would follow through with those steps. Now, if you're at a district, you must start first with the inter-district transfer request. And then once you get released from your district, then you can go through the enrollment process for us here at Kalina. Some really amazing events that we will have upcoming. First is Cougar Camp. This is an amazing opportunity to get your sixth grader connected to campus before we even start. Cougar Camp is scheduled for August 10th from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. We invite all of our incoming sixth graders to join us here on campus. We get them connected with their very own web leader. They will participate in a bunch of getting to know you, team building activities. They will get a grand tour of the campus, and they will also receive their schedule. They'll receive their locker. This is a really great opportunity for them to get acclimated to the campus prior to that first day. The following day at orientation on August 11th, they'll be able to fine tune all of those things that they need, whether they need to get their Kalina swag, pick up their PE clothes, their PE locks. This is a great time to come in. Families are welcomed. Parents, you join us on this orientation day. You can sign up for PTSA. We will be sure to mail out all the information to you prior to this date, but please be sure to put it on your calendar, save the date, because this is an event you don't want to miss. Also, please note that the first day of school is August 18th. If you have not had the pleasure of seeing our campus in person, we do invite you to come to tours on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Go ahead and call the main office to RSVP so we can be sure to show you around this amazing place. That was a bunch of information. We will be saving this webinar to the YouTube channel, but if you have any lingering questions, please feel free to reach out to all of us. Right here is included all of our email addresses. At any time, please reach out, ask those questions. We would love to hear from you, and we're so excited for your child to be a future Cougar. Thank you all so much. Hope you had a great time. We really appreciate you spending your evening with us. We can't wait to see you. Thank you so much, and goodbye.